morning, everybody. It's 7:03 KTIB Thibodaux. Gene is not here this morning. I'm Greg Dumas once again with you. It's so good to have you on a cool Friday morning. Feels like a Monday, huh? Did you get enough turkey? Oh, turkey and ham and all the other trimmings. Are you awake yet? I don't know if I am or not, but anyway, I got so many people here this morning. It's just we're just going to get right to it in just a minute here. I'm not even going to tell you what the weather forecast is because I got a guy that can tell you a lot better than I can in just a minute. Looking for a high today of 74, though. I want to tell you that. And outside the KTIB studios right now, it is 56 degrees. So beautiful morning outside. Hope that you'll enjoy that and that the computer just kicks in by itself when I'm here. I don't know how Gene keeps it from kicking in. But anyway, first things first. Happy Together. You heard that song just a few minutes ago. That goes out to my wife. 33 years been married to her today, and boy, I tell you what, 33 years of marital bliss. You can't beat it.
Well, she's a great gal, too.
You hear my guest already on the air,
yeah,
huh?
He was 12. They were 12 years old, and I played for it. I was only 17, and
that's tidbits.
and they didn't invite me on their honeymoon.
Oh, no. Good morning, Gibbens. How you doing?
Good morning.
Gibbens Robichaux is in the house with us this morning, along with the guest that I'm going to introduce in just a minute. No traffic on the highways this morning, but I did notice something when you're driving this morning. When you get in your car, fortunately, I'm lucky that, well, I'm lucky and unlucky. My company unit, my company car, did not work this morning, so I had to jump in my personal car to come to work this morning, and I am fortunate that I have a little light on my car that says low tire pressure. When the temperature drops, it's time to check your tires.
I like your license number too.
My license cheeseburger. You've never put that in tidbits yet, but it's coming. It's coming.
I copied it down.
It's CHZBRGR. Why? Because I'm a big Jimmy Buffett parrot head. And of course, Cheeseburger in Paradise is one of his songs, so that's where it comes from.
That's fabulous.
How about that, huh? Your Thanksgiving was good, so we're glad that that's over with. And we put the tree up last night, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we haven't put it up yet, no.
Well, we got ours up. Shopping is going on right now. Donna got in from the gym about 5:45 this morning and said, "You would not believe the crowds already." She said it's crazy out there along Rienzi and all that area.
Oh, I'm sure.
She said it was nuts out there this morning.
Yeah,
but she bought me my anniversary cup of coffee, and I appreciate that, okay?
for your anniversary, you're going to LSU game, huh? You got 2 tickets.
I wish. I have a buddy of mine that plays in a band, and he's coming over. He's from Galveston, and he just wrote me at 5 o'clock this morning that he was going to be at Baton Rouge this morning at 10:30. Jerry Diaz with Hannah's Wreath, and it's a big trop rock band, and he's going to be playing before the LSU game today. So I kind of wish I could be there, but I can't. If you like trop rock music, you can go to jerrydiaz.com and pick up some things. William Taylor, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I needed to get you on because we got other guests in here, and we're going to spend a few minutes with William. First of all, weather forecast.
Well, looks like we're going to hang on to part of the cloudy skies today. Highs around 74. Southeast winds are going to bring the humidity back off the Gulf at 5 to 15 miles an hour. And then tonight, not as cool, only down to about 61. And then we even have a 20% chance of light rain after midnight ahead of our next front.
Okay.
But tomorrow would be the main stormy period, especially from about noon till probably a good part of the night. It won't rain all the time. Squall line's going to come through. 60% chance of showers and storms for tomorrow. So the morning's going to be better than the afternoon. And then the winds will probably be out of the south around 10 to 15. We could have some higher gusts as the line comes through. It's debatable if we have a real risk of severe weather, so strong storms could be possible, which means some gusty winds and maybe some small hail with selected storms. And then during the night, the front comes through. The winds behind the front by no later than sunrise Sunday morning should be northwest at 15 to 30.
Okay.
So it's going to be very blustery, and highs on Sunday.
I like that word, blustery.
Yeah.
High Sunday.
The weatherman will use that.
High Sunday probably no more than 58.
Oh, my goodness.
But then Sunday night we'll get down to 35 with a gradual dropping off of the wind. So you got to be careful with your tender vegetation Sunday night into Monday morning.
Like your honeymoon, huh?
And then a repeat of another close to freezing conditions for Monday night.
Oh, man.
So, but like I said, our main threat of rain is going to be during the day, Saturday, excuse me. So just be alert to that. But then otherwise, pleasant conditions for a few days.
Well, that's wonderful that we have you on here. But what we really want to bring you on is about your Saints history. Man, look at that. You wrote a book, Greg.
I didn't know William Taylor was an author. Look at that, huh?
Some people didn't know I could write. But anyway.
Before we get into that, I just got a text. Text messages. Gibbons, you know what a text message is?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, anyway, got a text message. My daughter is listening to us up in New York City right now.
No kidding. She can do that?
She's on Thibodaux Online, and she's listening to us. And they were up there for the Macy's parade yesterday, and
it was cool up there, 37.
It was 37 degrees, and William Taylor and I were talking on the air off the air just a few minutes ago about the parade, and I think, William, the best part of that parade was the 610 Stompers.
Yeah, it's that was fun to see them. Apparently, through somebody in Mississippi, had sent a video link to the Macy's folks about what these guys do, and that's how they got together. About 62 members went up there for the parade, including Alfred Richard, who's the movie reviewer for Channel 4.
And terrorized the city, huh?
Yeah, but it's like you pointed out off the air, it's like the Matt Lauer and the commentators just didn't know how to describe these guys.
No, and I don't think they did them justice either. Yeah. I mean, they're the pride of New Orleans right now, besides the New Orleans Saints. But but they went up there and they did just such a heck of a job, and TV just did not do them justice like I thought that they should. Of course, I'm local, so I thought it was a great performance, that 35 seconds that they gave them.
Oh, exactly. And like I said, I'm happy for these guys, and hopefully it leads to bigger and better things for them as a group. And you mentioned your daughter listening to ThibodauxOnline.com.
Yeah, you got weather.
Yeah, exactly. So people can go to ThibodauxOnline.com and go through the main page, and you can get twice a day updated audio weather forecast for them as well.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous.
Well, like I said, unfortunately, when I left here in March of 2010 to take on a full-time position in the private sector is when I'd worked out that arrangement with Ben Harang to move the weather over there. So I really enjoy doing that a whole lot, and it feels good. And before I forget, the most important thing I want to mention to you today is through all our conversations we had over the years, I did finally find Bart Darby.
Did you?
Yeah, he's alive and well in New York City. He's been there since '81.
No kidding.
He had left Channel 6 in '81 to actually become...
No, wait, stop right there. For people that don't know who Bart Darby is, Bart Darby used to be on Channel 6. He was an announcer and did, what was the name of the thing? Dialing for Dollars.
And also did the Breakfast Edition with Bill Stanley from 73 to 81.
You're right. Okay, go ahead.
He left in '81 to go to New York to become a soap opera actor, where he worked on Another World for a little while.
Okay.
And then when that didn't work out, he went back to his old trade of doing commercials. And has been living up there and retired with his wife for a number of years now. He's now 78.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
78 years old. And
you don't want to be that age, huh, Gibbons?
Johnny Perger said I was born in 1840. This man too, he thinks that.
Johnny Perkle is alive and well. I want to tell everybody I saw him at Thibodauxville, and he's doing well. Okay, that's
all right.
All right, getting back to you. This is your guest. I'm going to let you spend some time. We got two more of your guests coming in real quick. So let's talk about this book that you're talking about.
This man is incredible. The history of the Saints. If you look at he wrote a book, and if you look at the index, it starts in 1938.
Right.
And
wait, the Saints?
No.
Last game.
Well, New Orleans pro football history actually starts in 38.
The first program was 38.
A lot of people don't know about it, but the long story short is, back in December 38, the Pittsburgh Steelers were then known as the Pirates, just like the baseball team.
Right.
What happened was they weren't doing very well financially. And to greatly condense the story, Art Rooney, the owner of the Steelers, had a friend in New Orleans, and he said about possibly playing their last home game of the year in New Orleans. So since City Park is actually owned by the city of New Orleans, they talked to the city administrators about using their stadium, and they came to financial terms. So on December the 4th of 38, Pittsburgh moved their last home game to New Orleans, where they played what was then the Cleveland Rams, which later moved to L.A. and then St. Louis.
Okay.
And that was technically the first NFL regular season game ever played in the southern United States.
Really? Interesting.
A lot of people don't know that.
He knows everything. He knows all of that.
It's a long-lost game a lot of people forgot about. And what I did was I wrote about it. This little composition I put together actually covers that game in 38, and it also covers 1960 to 66, when people like Jack DeFee and later Dave Dixon were trying to get a team in New Orleans,
Right.
which they eventually did. So I wrote about it, put it into a script, but what I also want to mention to the listeners right now is that I also put all this on CD, where on audio CD, where it's a 55-minute audio book that Gibbons has right there.
Interesting.
Where basically I talk about the 38 game, and then every year from 1960 through 2010, involving pro football and later Saints history. If anybody's interested in a copy of that audio CD, you can write me an email at nashdonal@yahoo.com. Just remember, Nash Roberts, Don Westbrook, and Al Duckworth.
Nash Donal.
Nash Donal.
He knows them all. He knows more people in New Orleans and with the Saints than anybody I ever know.
So write NASHDONAL at yahoo.com, and I can get you all the information on how you can get a copy of the CD.
That's awesome.
We're only charging $10 for the CD. And while I'm here, Greg, we have a present for you. This is the other CD I'm trying to sell. It's my Saints digital CD just for a computer.
Okay.
It's a look at the history of Saints football players, primarily the quarterback sacks of all time, because a lot of people don't know prior to 82, teams were not required to keep track of individual sacks.
Right.
And I researched it with my friend Charles Hamilton, and we found the lost sacks that the NFL didn't record. But also on there is a digital copy of this same book, New Orleans Pro Football at 50. And on that same CD is my Saints trivia book that I wrote in 1997 that never got published.
Wow, what a gift. This is great.
So
Thank
it's
you
all
so
full
much.
of Saints information. And
Thank you.
we're also offering that. Just write me, folks, to the same email address, nashdonal@yahoo.com, and we'll get you some information on how you can order it. We'll send it to you through the mail.
I think a lot of people would be interested in your knowledge of the Superdome.
Yeah.
You told us just now that 8 years ago, they were trying to sell it for 8 years?
Naming rights.
The naming rights.
Yes,
The
Actually,
naming
no,
rights.
they've been trying to sell the naming rights since '94.
Right.
And they just never could accomplish it. But they came close. According to Ed Daniels out of New Orleans, around 2002, they were trying to basically sell it to Tabasco, but they want to force Tabasco to buy a bunch of national commercial time, and they weren't interested in doing it, and that's why the deal fell through.
Let's go to the phones right now. Good morning. You're on the air.
Oh, yes, sir. I had a question for William Taylor.
Okay.
Is there any way possible to get like an old Saints game on DVD? Because I had attended my first game at Tulane Stadium when the Saints played the Dallas Cowboys in September of 1967.
Wow.
I wasn't born until '69, but I know of the game that year. Now, unfortunately, because of copyright rules, I'm not allowed to sell broadcast from other outlets. Okay. Now, but I can tell you, unfortunately, the vast majority of TV feed broadcasts prior to '77 don't exist because what happened is CBS and NBC, along with the local stations, a lot of them didn't save the stuff because of the cost of videotape.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget in the late '60s, one reel of a 1 hour videotape reel was $500.
Right.
And so sadly, a lot of the TV feeds are gone. Now, NFL
I got
films,
some I'll give to you now.
NFL films, they do have the annual yearbook films where they take clips of all the games together from their own film cameras.
Right.
What you can do is this. If you want to write me to that same address, nashdonal@yahoo.com, what I can do is I think I know how I can get a hold of some of the film.
What is it now? What's the website?
Okay, well, it's just the email address. NASH.
Email address?
Right. NASHDONAL, or just remember Nash Roberts, Don Westbrook, and Al Duckworth.
Nash Roberts.
No, Nash Don Al.
NashDonal@yahoo.com.
Nash Don L.
Right.
Al. A-L.
A-L. So Nash, NASHDONAL @yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com.
Right, just write that email address, and we'll see to try to find you a copy of something in related to the game you're looking for. But I do, like I said, that first year they only went 3-11. So, but I'm glad you had such good memories of going to that game, especially at Old Tulane Stadium.
Yes, I still have the ticket stubs for that game, and
Wow.
the tickets were $6.50 each.
That was the most expensive seat in the house. Yep.
Right, and my older brother, he was in the Boy Scouts, and me and my dad had rode on the school bus with them to Tulane Stadium, and I was only 7 years old. But I still remember the stadium. It was huge.
Right, it held over 83,000 people.
Yes.
And unfortunately, they tore it down in 1979. Well, what happened, the Saints and Tulane moved out of there after 74 to go to the Superdome.
Right.
But between 75 and 79, sadly, the stadium was starting to deteriorate to the point where the Tulane administration didn't think it was worth saving.
Right.
In other words, when you compared the costs.
Yeah.
So
Right.
what they did, they had a goodbye ceremony for the stadium in November of 79.
Right.
And then shortly after, they decided to go ahead and dismantle it.
Who was the only broadcaster that almost got kicked out of Tulane Stadium? Do you remember that?
Was that Buddy?
No, there was a national broadcaster. We held up a game there was a bad call on the field, and they held up the game for 17 or 20 minutes.
That was 74 against the Eagles.
Yeah, and they held
22-minute boo.
Yeah, and they almost and the guy was the announcer for NBC, I think it was at the time.
No, it would have been CBS.
CBS, okay. He cut down the New Orleans fans on the national TV, and they had to take an escort and get him out of the stadium because people did not like him. I mean, absolutely did not like him.
Odds are it was probably Don Criqui. He used to do a lot of that.
That's it.
It had
Don
to be
Criqui.
Don Criqui.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Carl.
Okay.
Appreciate it, and have a good holiday. Okay.
Thank you all for the information.
All right,
Thank
sir.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right,
Wow.
447-6409. Anything else? Because we got to get our other guests on. William, this book, it's not been published.
No,
right?
no. But what it is, I have it.
It's on
printed up.
CD.
It's on that digital CD.
Oh, excellent,
So if
excellent.
anybody wants a copy, it'll save a lot of paper, save me from buying all that toner. Is just right. Just remember, not Nash Roberts, Don Westbrook, Al Duckworth, NashDonAl@yahoo.com, and y'all can we can mail you a copy.
I'm going to tell you something on the air right now. It just popped in my mind. This is going to be an anniversary for my wife too, because she's always telling me to clear out all my mess. Okay, so I'm going to do something. You know, we did a show on KTIB many years ago. It was called Louisiana.
The Saturday morning show.
Yeah.
Louisiana Jukebox.
Yeah. You know what? I still have those, and I believe that William Taylor is probably one of the few people that could keep that in his archives for years to come. So I'm going to give you that whole set, okay?
Well, thank you.
All right, and I know that I can trust you, and down the line, if ever somebody needs something like that, it's there for you, okay?
Well, this man did a Christmas show on Louisiana Music Jukebox in '04. The reason why I remember it, that Christmas Eve morning is when we had the big snow event.
Yeah.
And I had to stay up here the whole time because of the road conditions.
That's right.
And that's why I remember that show vividly.
That's great.
Well, we appreciate you coming. And next December the 30th is the last Friday in December, I believe.
That's right. And
We want you back on for the whole hour, so we.
Yeah, I'd love to have you back on.
well, thank you. And don't forget, Christmas Eve marks KTIB's 58th anniversary.
What a historian.
Christmas Eve. History. He knows all of that.
And real quick, KTIBmemories.com if y'all want to listen
That's
to a lot of great sound bites.
You've got something with me and Johnny on there, too.
Right.
Johnny and I.
With the John Fred, when y'all talked about
Yes,
John Fred.
that's it. And John Fred's last recording of Judy in Disguise is on that show. I listened to it the other day. It's the last time John Fred performed Judy in Disguise was here at Thibodaux, and we got it on tape.
John Fred and the Playboy.
Yep. Yeah. So it's on Williams. What is it?
KTIBmemories.com.
That's it, man.
All right. Well, we better get going.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you being here. Okay.
Guests coming up.
Yeah, we do. We sure do. And let's see how we can do this. There you go. Okay. Well, my computer's not working right now, so let's see what we can do about that real quick here. There we go. All right. I'm Greg Dumas sitting in for Gene Richard this morning, 7:22 right now. You're listening to Dialogue. We appreciate you. Hello, Molly in New York City. She's up there listening. Thank you so much. We're going to be back with our other guests. It's going to be exciting, too, so stay right here on KTIB's Dialogue. Good morning to you on KTIB. You know what you're listening to right now? That's some songs from a group called Jasmine. That's one of the local groups. And matter of fact, you know what? We're going to talk about the Dansereau House right now. That's the band that played for my daughter's wedding, as a matter of fact. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Paul and Lori, how y'all doing this morning?
Fabulous.
Wait, you got to get on the microphone, okay? I forgot to tell you that off the air, okay? There you go.
Fabulous.
Oh, good. From the Dansereau House, Paul and Lori. And where do we start with the Dansereau House? I mean, all right, first of all, what is the Dansereau House, Paul?
Well,
for the people that don't know, okay?
Well,
I know what it is.
Anybody in Thibodaux probably knows of the Dansereau House. It's been around 160 plus years, so a lot longer than any of us. But the Dansereau House recently has changed into a bed and breakfast, and it's a special events venue. for weddings and different community groups and such.
It's great. It's a beautiful place, Lori. First of all, I just don't. I thought Gibbons was going to handle this interview. So I'm. First of all,
Your honeymoon was there.
yeah, no, my daughter's honeymoon was there, right?
That's right.
We have a lot of weddings at the Dansereau House, right?
We have had a lot of weddings and other parts of weddings at the Dansereau House.
It's an exciting place that you can kind of cater to anything any wish that a bride and groom want, right?
That is true. We pride ourselves on being able to work with the brides and grooms to come up with what they would like for their special day.
Let's go to the phones real quick. Hello, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hey, Dad.
Oh.
Who's that?
That's my daughter. Hey, Kristen, how you doing?
I was just calling to tell Miss Lori and Mr. Paul hello because they are the best host and hostess around. You won't find anyone like that to host anything you need to put on, whether it be a luncheon, a teddy bear tea, a
We're gonna
wedding,
talk about
a cocktail hour. If you have a last-minute emergency where your dress needs to be sewn, they can take care of it. They can handle it.
Is that from personal experience, Kristen?
Yeah, you might say that.
Kristen got dressed for her wedding there, and I understand you
And
had to help.
slept there the night before and ate there 2 days in a row for the wedding and the day after the wedding, and she even made us a little to-go plate whenever we were late for the flight for our honeymoon. They're just fabulous hosts. I can't say enough about them.
We aim to please.
You're a sweetheart.
Thank you, Miss Lori.
That was quite an event, and of course, Kristen, your wedding is just one of many weddings that they've had at the Dansereau House, and like she said, she can cater to most of the needs. Well, I got you on the air. We're going to get off the Dansereau House for a minute. How was seeing Macy's parade in person?
It was amazing. I mean, the 610 Stompers, I actually didn't know much about them. Someone from Louisiana Rights Life told me about them a few weeks ago, and that was just like the thing I was most excited about for the parade, and they did awesome. It's just a bunch of old white men with beards, and they can just perform. It's just amazing.
Your mother told me that one of the criteria was they had to be over 200 pounds to be in them.
Oh, yeah, you have to be hefty and somewhat of lazy figure, you know, and they were just amazing. And Miss Gloria, my grandmother-in-law, she said by far that was the best thing of the parade. She didn't even know what they were before she saw the parade.
I have to say the same thing. Santa Claus looked like he was having a ball. Did y'all get
actually stuck in the elevators getting the Rockette ticket. That was toward the end of the parade.
Excuse me, the Rockette tickets.
Huh?
The Rockette tickets. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't look at that.
Well, yeah. I mean, the elevators were jammed after the parade ended.
Yeah.
So they told us to run down before it ended. So I missed the last few things, but I heard Santa wasn't the best.
Kristen, I appreciate you calling. I want to get Paul and Lori going on Dansereau House right now, but thank you so much. And y'all have
I'm sorry to talk about the teddy bear tea because I helped her organize that.
We've got that down to talk about. And wait. You coming home in 2 weeks?
No, that's in the teddy bear tea.
Oh, okay.
I have reservations for both days.
She sure does.
All of that.
All right, Kristen, y'all have a safe trip home. We'll see you when you get back, okay? Tell Miss
All right,
Gloria and
thanks,
everybody
Dad.
hello, okay?
Bye, Mr. Paul. Bye, Miss Lori. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. You too.
Okay,
Bye.
Paul and Lori from the Dansereau House, my daughter from New York City, and let's talk about the teddy bear tea. Now, let me set this up a little bit. My granddaughter, I have a 7-year-old granddaughter, and we went last year to a function in New Orleans, basically called the same thing, I believe. I'm not sure, but Kristen was one of the ones that came up with an idea. Why can't we do this locally?
That is exactly right. And she did ask me last year, but I just had too many things on my plate. So she came back to me this year and said, we really need to do this. And so we went with it. I met with her and got some feedback. I met with my niece, who's also been down into New Orleans, and we put our thoughts together and decided that Thibodaux needed the teddy bear tea, and so it will be December 10th and 11th. Like she said, 2 weeks. Not identical to New Orleans. I don't have the gigantic hotel venue.
That doesn't matter.
But we are going to have a great time.
It's local.
It's local. Santa's going to be there. And you know the Dansereau House.
Mrs. Claus will be there.
Mrs. Claus is going to be there.
Wonderful.
And you know it always snows at Christmas time at the Dansereau House.
Oh, no, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Gibbons, did you hear that? We're going to have snow.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Okay, now, what happens at the tea?
Well, it is a traditional tea. They will have their choice of teas. They'll come in. Santa will be there with the opportunity to take pictures.
Oh, good.
We're going to have some delicious tea food. Mrs. Claus will be there. She'll be walking around greeting more of the children. Santa's going to be occupied with his chair and the wish list coming in.
Uh-huh.
And the Christmas music will be playing, and it's just going to be a great time.
And if people need more information or want to get tickets, how can they do that?
They can call the Dansereau House at 985-227-9937.
Now, with this ticket, they're going all the festivities are going on. Is it just one seating? Is that
no?
Okay.
On Saturday there'll be 2 seatings, and
Okay.
on Sunday there'll be 3. And I believe one of those is almost full, but there's room in the other ones.
And if parents can't make it, the grandparents can bring them.
That is exactly the case.
That's right.
That's the key there. Okay, grandparents.
That's right.
And I see, Paul, on the front the beautiful lights that I remember from last year, and also from Mardi Gras was just fantastic. But are the lights up already at the Dansereau House?
I would say the lights are probably about 85% up.
Uh-huh.
I still have a solid week in 2 days to complete the lights.
Now, with looking at the lights, and knowing that this is an old house, obviously, you've had to rewire it and bring it up to code, so to speak, huh?
Yeah, yeah. It was in pretty good shape when it comes to the main house power.
Yeah.
We've had to add, a little bit of power here and there, but actually, all of the lights, almost all of the lights, 99% of the lights are LEDs.
Oh,
so
good.
So we don't use near the power. It's amazing how much less power you use with LEDs.
Yeah, it is.
So we've expanded from last year, our lighting. Each year we plan on expanding our lighting, and this year we will be having some music with our lighting. So
Really?
yeah, we will.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
If you come by about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, you'll see a lone man on the lawn programming his computer.
Oh, my goodness. Now, December 10th and 11th is when the Teddy Bear Tea is. Refresh my memory. When's the parade? That's the 4th.
That's the 4th.
And now we
yes.
come by there too, don't we?
That's correct. The parade this year will be concluding at the Dansereau House.
Well, good.
And instead of in previous years they've stopped at the City Hall.
Right.
But the mayor and administration all thought it was a good idea to stop at the Dansereau House, and so that's what we'll be doing. And so
will you be open for little refreshments then?
Oh yes.
Okay.
The drinkery will be open.
Now, the drinkery is the side little bar that you have, which is very, very unique and very, very quaint, I guess is the word. I don't know.
Yes.
But very, very nice and very laid-back
Yeah,
atmosphere.
The drinkery is open every Thursday from 5 to 9, but it is open on special occasions like this. Will be a Sunday evening open in that 5 to 9 range also.
And they have to kick one person out usually every once in a while. I don't know who that could be.
No, I've never had to kick anyone out.
Oh, I want you to tell us about the building itself.
Yes.
How many stories? Did you ever go up in the cupola all the way to the top? I did one time.
Yeah.
I don't know how you
yeah.
get up there.
Oh yeah.
But,
I've given some special tours up there. Yes.
But tell us how many rooms you have on the first floor and about those suites upstairs.
Okay. On we have 6 suites for the bed and breakfast, 4 on the second floor, and 2 large suites on the third floor. The 2 large suites are each about almost 1,200 square feet, so they're very large suites.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they are beautiful, too. Very beautiful.
Yes.
I'm going to let you finish that in a minute. Let's go to the phones right now. Good morning. You're on KTIB.
Good morning, Greg. It's D.
Hey, D. Richard, how you doing?
How y'all doing? Look, I had a quick question for me. I don't see if Gibbons can answer this, but I was fortunate enough to go on a little tour with Damon Dowd in the house a while back.
All right, hold on just a minute.
I'd like to get you to ask Gibbons if he knows what the little room at the top is for. The little, what they call it? I forget what they call it.
The little room at the top.
Cupola.
Cupola.
You see if he can answer that. If not, Paul, I'm sure you know the answer. I'll hang up and listen.
Okay, D, I was trying to
All right,
stop.
thank you.
All right, buddy. Have a good day. He couldn't hear you, I guess, the way it was. Okay, tell us about the room at the top.
Well, when the Caldwells were there, I was giving Mrs. Caldwell piano lessons there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You
she
can
let-
play piano?
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't remember. I played for his wedding, and he didn't invite me on his honeymoon. He don't remember a thing about his wedding, you know. But she let me go upstairs. Of course, in those days, way upstairs, there's nothing going on up there.
Right.
But you have to go all the way to the top and climb up there and see Thibodaux downtown from up there. It's amazing.
You can see the whole city, huh?
Yeah, right. Maybe we could broadcast from there next time.
Oh,
Well, that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. It really would be. Maybe we could talk Miss Linda into doing something like that. That would be fabulous. But it's called what now?
Cupola.
Cupola.
The cupola. What's the origin of that name?
Well, cupola is an architectural term for a high point on the house. It's the 5th level of the house.
All right.
And our understanding is, history-wise, that the Dansereaus, as doctors, they had the house almost 80 years, and they basically used the cupola to be able to look over the city and see. They would have a parent that would put a lantern in a window and give a signal to the doctor to let the doctor know they have a sick child, and that he could go and make a house call. That's our understanding, history-wise, of how the Dansereaus use that cupola.
Okay, let's go back to the house that you were describing. The house. The first floor is.
First floor is the common area. We've got the parlor and the dining room and the main hall and the bar and the kitchen.
In the kitchen. The kitchen's the main thing.
Yeah.
He's away from his honeymoon.
Kitchen's the main thing.
Yes.
And then second floor is, you have several rooms at the second floor.
Second floor, there are 4 rooms. They each have their own bathrooms.
Very nice.
Yes, and the third floor has the 2 large suites.
Yeah, which is very, very, very nice. Y'all just have and I have to compliment y'all, because since y'all have been there, how long you been there? A couple of years?
It'll be 2 years in January.
I thought so. Yeah, it is. It had a complete transformation of the house, and it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I'd like them to tell us about Baldone, how they met him, where they came from, where were you born?
Now, okay, very good. Damon Baldone is the owner of the
That's the
house.
owner.
Correct. Is that correct?
Is it because y'all knew him? Y'all knew?
Yeah, we met him through Lori's sister's family. They live in Homa.
Okay.
And we came to their daughter's wedding in the fall of 2009, and while we were there, my brother-in-law said, you know, I read an article in the paper of how this man Damon Baldone bought a real nice place in Thibodaux in an auction, and he said he wanted to open it up to the community by turning it into a bed and breakfast. And so I called him and told him, I have some great candidates for you on managing your bed and breakfast.
Were y'all doing that before? Why?
No, we were not. I've been an architect for 30 years.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. Gosh.
I thought y'all had the experience in bed and breakfast. That's great. You sound like you've been in the business a long time.
We've been preparing ourselves to go into this business for the last 20, 25 years. We've been wanting to do that, and so we've gone to all kinds of self-education type things, but until you do it, you know, that's the best education.
Yeah, and you got baptized, I'll tell you.
It's been good. It's been real good.
When you were renovating the place after y'all came in here, what are some of the unusual things that may have happened or that you found possibly?
We really didn't have to do a lot of renovation, heavy renovation. We refurnished the whole place.
Okay, all right.
And Damon and Lori and I, the 3 of us, made a good team. We found that we had similar tastes, which was good. And obviously, as the owner, he could have overruled anything, but he never really had to overrule us, nor did we have to complain about anything he selected. He has great taste, and so we refurnished that. And There was the only thing we really had to do is we added a couple of pair of doors up on the third floor
Right.
to create two separate suites.
Separate suites, yeah. Yeah. That needed to be done because you could make more money.
Well,
And that's the name of the game, folks. I don't mind telling everybody. That's the name of the game. Let's turn some profit on this thing,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
I think one of the most unusual things, one of the things that we had to tackle, the house had not really been lived in for so long, and it was dirty,
Yeah.
sorry. And we had a lot of cleaning and some physical work to do. But the unusual thing for us was that you could hardly get any work done because so many people were stopping by to welcome us, to say hello, to see what we were doing. We had almost immediately turned on the cupola lights, so people would come by and say, "We saw the light, we know you're here," and would sit and visit. And we met so many people in those first days that it was really exciting, but we really didn't get a lot done. But it was
Do you
great.
all live there in that area?
We live on the property. There's there is a separate structure in the back portion that we
Where
live in.
offices, yeah.
Yeah.
But we did stay in every room for about 3 weeks to get all its kinks worked out and to get the feel of it.
That's great.
That's unbelievable. Listen, we've got Laurie and Paul from the Dansereau House here, and we're going to be back with more with them in just a minute here. We got to take a break to pay some bills, and you're listening to Dialogue on KTIB AM 640, and it's a Friday. Yeah, it's a Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday, and it feels like a Monday to me. But anyway, because I ate so much yesterday. Hang with us. It's 742 KTIB Thibodaux.
When you're on the job, the number one rule when it comes to power lines is stay away. Power lines are extremely dangerous. Focus on safety and be aware of power lines. Keep a minimum of 10 feet away from power lines at all times. When working with cranes, tools, and other equipment, stay alert and stay away. And tell everyone you work with to stay away, because breaking the number one rule can be deadly. Stay away from power lines. For more safety information, visit Entergy.com.
Are you taking advantage of a planned maintenance program from A&G Refrigeration? We service nearly every type and brand of heating and air conditioning equipment ever made, with a tune-up that covers all the components. Take a look at all our HVAC services online. As a Puron refrigerant specialist and Carrier factory authorized dealer. The address is agrefrigeration.net.
Call A&G Refrigeration, your Carrier factory authorized dealer today at 446-6256.
Cancer can't be Thibodaux Regional. They have the latest technology.
Words of experience from patient Steve Rudder of Thibodaux.
The Cancer Center of Thibodaux Regional has the technology to detect smaller tumors than other hospitals in the Bayou region.
And can treat cancer in 5 sessions instead of 40.
The leader in fighting cancer with survival rates higher than the national average.
Ask Gail Sheremy of Cutoff.
They saved my life twice.
The Cancer Center of Thibodaux Regional. It's not just a choice, it's your life. Visit us at Thibodaux.com.
Good morning, Charlotte.
Good morning. This is Lafourche Parish President Charlotte Randolph. I want to thank everyone who worked so hard for me in my campaign and everyone who took time out from their busy lives to go out and vote. You are very special people. Election's over, and it's now time for everyone to pull together and continue to make Lafourche Parish the greatest place to live, work, and play. Once again, this is Lafourche Parish President Charlotte Randolph. I approve of this ad. I am proud of you, the voters, and yes, I paid for this ad.
Now back to Dialogue. Your comments and questions are welcome by calling the studio lines at 985-447-6409. Here's your host, Gene Richard.
Good morning. Greg Dumas sitting in for Gene Richard once again this morning. 7:44 right now. William Taylor said, I'm going to find y'all the weather forecast in just a minute because I let William do that, and I didn't write it down when he was talking to us. So I'll get to that in just a minute. Let's go to the phones right now. Good morning. You're on KTIB.
Oh, yes, sir. I called earlier about the Saints. I had a couple of stories about the Dansereau House.
All right, let's hear them.
I was fortunate enough to go all the way up to the cupola, they call it.
Right.
And the view up there is amazing. You can see the whole city of Thibodaux from up there.
Really?
Yes.
All right. What year was that?
This is when the Dansereau House was opened up years ago when they had the 2 restaurants downstairs.
Right.
and they used to
I
rent the
remember that.
rooms on the second floor.
Yes, sir.
Because my sister used to clean the rooms on the second floors on the weekends. And she told me a couple stories about the Dansereau House.
Can they be told on the radio?
Yes, they can. And because she used to go clean the rooms on the weekends by herself, and she told me this, and she said that, like, when she was walking through the house, that every now and then she used to smell a strong perfume in the house.
Really?
Yes. And the drinkery in the back, which they have now, used to be a little bar area when it was opened years ago, too. And she said she was cleaning back there, and they had an ashtray on the bar, on the top of the bar, and it just all of a sudden fell on the floor.
Really?
Yes.
Now that's indicating that we may have a spirit in there. Is that correct?
I'm thinking they do.
Paul, have you heard anything like that? We don't want to start any rumors here, okay?
No. This is factual. I mean, my sister would not lie to me.
Okay.
We have spirits in the drinkery, but most people drink them.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you see spirits afterwards, okay? No, I'm just kidding you, caller, okay? That's an interesting
and on
story.
The bottom floor where they had the two restaurants when it used to be open years ago, they used to have glass candles on the tables.
Uh-huh.
And she had went there to do a few things, and then she had went to do a few other things on the same floor, and she went back in there, and one of the lighted candles was lit.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
All
that's
right. Well, listen, thanks for those stories.
Okay.
We appreciate it. You have a great day,
Thank
okay?
you.
You bet. Bye-bye. 7:47 right now, and our number is 447-6409 into the KTIB studios. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask Paul and Laurie, we really would appreciate you giving us a call, because there's so much history here. I want to go back. What you show? Oh, yeah, that card. One thing I wrote down to ask you guys, do y'all have tours? I know some plantation homes do, some don't.
We do.
You do? Okay.
We
how does that work?
Well, we have had some bus tours come in, and they'll call in advance, and we can give tours and treats or drinks and that kind of thing with it. But we don't on a daily basis like the Oak Alleys or whatever, where they're open for the tour business. We have to do that on a scheduled basis, where somebody might call and say, you know, we'd really like to come see the house, or we'd really like to consider the Dansereau House for a wedding or whatever. We want to make sure that we give full access to people who are interested in coming. But as you can imagine, as a bed and breakfast, when we have guests, we are in a mode of cleaning after the guests leave. So we have certain parts of the day that we are working in the house.
Laurie's cleaning up. You're outside in the yard. Huh?
That's usually when they drop in.
Folks, I want y'all to know these two people work their cans off. People don't realize, you know, this is basically your home. I mean, in everything that goes on there. You've got a 4-story home over there that you've got to take care of, and have guests from all over the world come in and stay there, and you've got to get it cleaned up for the next day for somebody else to come in.
Laura, do you cook? You have a cook, or you have a chef, or you do all the cooking?
I do all the cooking.
And it's wonderful. Now, on this Thursday night, what do you call it? The drinkery? The drinkery. Y'all have like hors d'oeuvres though in the evening. Also, if somebody just gets off of work and wants to come and have a cocktail, they can eat a little hors d'oeuvre with it, and some popcorn.
That's right. Well, popcorn's for special occasions.
Oh, okay. All right.
We do have hors d'oeuvres. They change up. Our menu changes up. There's always one dessert on there, and just some light things that people seem to enjoy. Old family recipe that my grandmother gave me years ago. And
really?
Yeah.
I enjoy going over there on Thursday nights when I can make it home, and it's just a laid back, like I said, laid back atmosphere. Sometimes you have music, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have the music in the box, and I call it the disc jockey in the box.
Right.
But you know, it's so pleasant. And this time of year is just awesome.
Yes, it is. It really is. It's a beautiful time outside, and the drinkery has been doing well, and we have a music series in the fall that we're going to be concluding, which is the live music That will be concluding on the 1st. And the reason we conclude the live music usually is because it's too cold outside or it's too hot outside.
Yep.
And so in December, we'll be having a lot of company Christmas parties and that kind of thing.
That's another thing. Catering. I mean, you can do a whole party there. I never thought about that.
Yes.
We got a few more spaces for Christmas parties, but if anybody's interested in that, we do a beautiful Christmas party because it snows when your guests come in.
She's really pushing that. Okay, we've got snow in Thibodaux. Okay.
No, the house is absolutely beautiful, and there's nothing better than to host your Christmas party at a place that you don't have to clean up when it's all done.
I hear you. That's the cleanup lady right there.
That's right.
Let's get back just to reiterate what we've talked about. That's coming up real soon, December 10th and 11th. It says Victorian Teddy Bear Tea. Is that the
That is
proper
correct.
Christmas tea? Christmas tea.
Christmas
okay.
tea.
And that's for young people and their parents or their grandparents to come with them.
That's right. That's right. And I do have reservations for just some adults that are going to come and enjoy themselves as well.
I think that's a wonderful idea. I think it's going to be great. And with the price of that, the kids get to see Santa Claus, get to eat.
Get to take a little teddy bear friend home with them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And the adults get a complimentary glass of champagne.
Hey, I'm there.
I celebrate that for 25 years.
Paul, do we have a website? Yes, we do, huh?
We do. It's Dansereauhouse.com, www.dansereauhouse.com.
Where do I get, and now you see, I like the way you say Dansereau House. I kept saying Dansereau House, but
Well, you probably say it a little bit more accurately. I'm still working on my...
Okay, I thought I was saying it wrong.
No.
Okay. No. I like Dansereau House. I like that.
This is probably the Florida cracker in me that's coming out.
Somebody would call in and tell us what Dansereau means. I think D-A-N-S means under, huh? In French. D-A-N-S is under.
I don't know.
Row, I don't know what row means.
I don't know.
Somebody's going to call in about that.
Well, for your tidbits thing, you need to look that up, okay? I want to pick on him for just a minute. Your tidbits in the it's Chamber magazine.
11 years I've been doing this. Yeah.
All right. You did a whole list of
closed businesses.
Closed businesses. You know what you missed?
Huh?
You missed the College Inn.
The College Inn, huh?
You didn't put that in there.
No, but I went to that thing that, well, I should.
Was that something?
The reason I left it out because I knew you would say that.
Okay.
I put your name
I
in
wanted
there. He's been trying to get in my column for all these years. Now he can get in, you see.
You know, I got a name on one of those seats in there, okay? Carved in, it says Greg Dumas. No, at the Dansereau House. I mean, at the College Inn, not the Dansereau House. Not yet, anyway.
I must research that word. Okay?
Do that. Well, Lori and Paul, it's been great. Anything else that we didn't cover this morning? Holiday events. Schedule your holiday events. That's the main thing right there. And of course, the teddy bear tea that's coming up on December 10th and 11th. That's one of the main things I wanted to emphasize this morning. We want to thank you because this is an event for downtown Thibodaux again, and we're emphasizing Thibodaux and shopping. And by the way, this is the big shopping day. Before you go over to the big boys across the bayou, come over to downtown Thibodaux, okay, and spend some money down here on downtown Thibodaux because we have some great shops and great places to eat and drink and just spend your tax dollars here.
Yes, absolutely. And we also want to remind you of the Christmas parade.
Oh yeah,
Thibodaux Christmas parade on December 4th. That begins at 4 o'clock, and it will conclude at the Dansereau House, and then we'll have the formal lighting of the house.
Yeah, we're going to sing too, aren't we?
Yeah,
got a little singing.
Yeah,
we can sing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have little Christmas carols there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be fun.
They put it at 4 o'clock because the Saints game was at noon, but they moved the Saints game to nighttime.
That's correct.
Right.
Huh? Oh, well, hey, we're going to have a radio there, okay? We can listen. Radio is the way that you listen to Saints games anyway,
well,
okay?
we have in the past also done some special things for Saint night games. What time is the Saints game? Do you know?
Probably
7:30 at night.
7:30?
Yes.
Okay.
It's probably
That's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too late. The parade's gonna be over. We're gonna have Christmas caroling. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a couple of toddies, and then we're gonna go home and watch the game. Okay,
you
we can
go.
catch it in the second half because nothing happens in the first half anyway. Okay, so come out and enjoy the parade and come and have a little Coke or something at the Dansereau House, and then you can go home and watch the Saints.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm going to be there because I got to drive in it, okay? So I know I'm going to be there. But anyway, thank you, Laurie. Thank you, Paul, for being here this morning. We want to have you back, too, because this is history, and you guys have turned this place around and done a heck of a job with it. And I can't say enough about it. Folks, if you have not been there, please, go visit the Dansereau House on St. Philip Street. I think, did I get that right?
That's
St.
correct.
Philip Street? Okay.
You know what the EAU means in French, huh?
What?
Water. So Dansereau is in the water.
Interesting. Interesting.
I'm not going to make that public, though. No, Dansereau House is waterproof, right?
It's been so good having you with us. Gibbons, thank you for bringing our guest this morning. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. We really
If I don't
appreciate
see
it.
you, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
You'll
Same
see
to
us.
you.
I know. And thank you listeners out there, for being with us this morning on a Friday morning, the day after Thanksgiving. It has been so much fun this morning. And I thank Gene for letting me sit in for him as he takes a few days off. I'd like to say hello once again to my whole family. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. Hopefully you did too. And if you're off today, just enjoy it. Lay back and just enjoy the day, all right? Don't forget, if you're working, though, give that employer 110% today. Yeah, I know it's Friday, but just push it a little bit harder and give them that 110%, and you'll feel better about yourself, and your boss will be happy about it, too. Till next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.